Listen and practice.
Hi, my name is Emily. Last weekend, my family and I went on an exciting adventure that I'll never forget. It was my first time visiting a village, and I was thrilled about it. My mom, dad, little brother Jack, and I piled into our car and started the journey. As we drove along the winding roads, I noticed how different the scenery was compared to the city. Instead of tall buildings and busy streets, there were wide, open fields with tall grasses swaying in the breeze, and rows of trees lining the horizon. During the drive, my dad told us stories about village life, describing how peaceful and connected to nature it was. My mom was busy making sure Jack didn't get too restless in the back seat, while I sat quietly, taking in the changing landscape outside the window. Jack was almost as excited as I was because it was his first time visiting a village too, and we both couldn't wait to see what adventures awaited us. When we finally arrived at the village, it felt like stepping into another world. The houses were small and quaint, with red-tiled roofs that looked charming against the blue sky. The gardens surrounding the houses were bursting with color. There were bright red poppies, yellow sunflowers, and purple lavender, all blending together to create a picture-perfect scene. It was nothing like the city gardens. These were wild and full of life. As we walked through the village, I saw chickens clucking around, pecking at the ground, and sheep lazily grazing on the lush green grass. The whole place was alive with the sounds of animals and the rustling of leaves in the wind. The air was crisp and fresh, a far cry from the polluted air of the city. I could feel myself relaxing, as if all the stress from the city had melted away. One day, we decided to visit a nearby farm, and that's where the real adventure began. The farm was huge, with sprawling fields and a big red barn that caught my eye immediately. Inside the barn, there were rows of cows, all waiting patiently to be milked. I had never seen so many cows in one place before, and I was fascinated by how the farmer handled them so calmly. The smell of hay filled the air, mixed with the earthy scent of the animals. We met Mr. Green, the gardener who was busy tending the farm's flower gardens. He was a cheerful man with a gentle smile and dirty hands, obviously loving his work. Mr. Green showed us around the garden, explaining the different types of flowers he was growing. There were roses, daisies, and even some exotic plants that I had never seen before. He let me help water the flowers, and I felt a sense of pride as I watched the droplets glisten on the petals. After spending some time in the garden, we explored more of the farm. We saw goats playing in the field, their little tails wagging as they ran around. Jack was particularly taken with the goats and spent a good amount of time trying to pet them. There was also a windmill in the distance, its large blades slowly turning in the wind. The farmer explained that the windmill had been there for generations, helping to pump water from the ground for the crops. Next, the farmer showed us the tractors he used for plowing the fields. They were massive machines, and I was amazed at how powerful they looked. He even let me sit in one of them, and I could barely reach the pedals. The farmer told us how important the tractors were for preparing the land for planting, and how they made his job much easier compared to the old days when everything had to be done by hand. We also got to help the farmer feed the animals. We scattered feed for the chickens, and even got to bottle feed a baby goat. The little goat was so cute and eager, nudging the bottle with its tiny nose. The farmer then took us to the fields, where he was growing wheat and corn. He showed us how the crops were planted in neat rows, and explained how they would be harvested when the time was right. It was hard work, but the farmer made it look easy. In the evenings, after a long day of exploring, we would sit outside and watch the sunset over the fields. The sky turned shades of pink and orange, and as night fell, the stars began to appear. The village sky was a blanket of stars, twinkling brightly in a way I had never seen before. I lay on the cool grass, staring up at the sky, trying to count the stars but quickly losing track because there were just too many. Visiting the village and spending time on the farm was an unforgettable experience. I learned so much about farm life, from the hard work involved in taking care of animals and crops to the simple joys of being close to nature. It was a world away from the city, full of peace and beauty. I can't wait for the next time we get to visit, and maybe even help out on the farm again.
Repeat after me.
Emily's first farm visit. Emily's first farm visit. Bright red barn. Bright red barn. Scent of fresh hay. Scent of fresh hay. Bay Green's garden. Bay Green's garden. We met Mr. Green, the gardener of the farm. We met Mr. Green, the gardener of the farm. Colorful flowers. Colorful flowers. Tractor plowing fields. Tractor plowing fields. Later, the farmer showed us the tractors used to plow the fields. Later, the farmer showed us the tractors used to plow the fields. Grazing goats. Grazing goats. Spinning windmill. Spinning windmill. Feeding animals. Feeding animals. Shining stars above. Shining stars above. Fresh country air. Fresh country air. Lavender's sweet scent. Lavender's sweet scent. Friendly farm animals. Friendly farm animals. Emily's excitement. Emily's excitement. Friendly farm animals. Friendly farm animals. Sunny fields. Sunny fields. Gentle breeze. Gentle breeze. Quiet countryside. Quiet countryside. Family adventure. Family adventure. Village houses. Village houses. Mr. Green's beautiful garden. Mr. Green's beautiful garden. Jack's curiosity growing stronger. Jack's curiosity growing stronger. Family's unforgettable farm adventure. Family's unforgettable farm adventure. Small, cozy village houses. Small, cozy village houses. Colorful flowers all around. Colorful flowers all around. Walking through sunny fields. Walking through sunny fields. Cows being calmly milked. Cows being calmly milked.
Question 1.
What color was the barn that Emily saw?
Question 2.
What was Emily's first experience?
Question 3.
What was the scent that Emily noticed?
Question 4.
Who had a beautiful garden on the farm?
Question 5.
What animals were playing in the field?
Question 6.
What could Emily see turning in the distance?
Question 7.
What vehicle was plowing the fields?
Question 8.
What flowers scent did Emily notice in the garden?
Question 9.
What were the cows doing when Emily saw them?
Question 10.
What could Emily feel blowing through the fields?